Hello everyone, it's Anya here. I am back today with another video for Ophelia Crafts. Today we're going to make a Postage Due birthday card and we're going to also use the Hey You stamp set with the happy birthday. Now I made this card a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately my husband used it for one of his colleagues, so I can't show you what it was like, but I will just make it for you. So the surprise will be even bigger. Right, so we are going to start off with a card base of Marina Mist, and it's 6 by 8 1/4, scored at 4 1/8. Okay, and you then burnish the score line really well so you get a nice crisp edge. Then for the mat, the first mat, we have 5 3/4 by 3 7/8, and we're going to glue that down onto there. And then we are going to stamp on our second mat, which is 5 1/2 by 3 5/8. So we're going to start with stamping on here. I also have this, this is just copier paper that I used to put inside the card, and we're going to stamp on there as well. So I'm just going to put that aside so I can stamp on that in a moment. So I'm going to be using this stamp to start with, and I'm going to put it about there, and then I will have the postage stamps on the back, on the side there. I'll take out my crumb cake. I think the Marina Mist and the crumb cake is a really nice combination, certainly with you know, sort of this oldie worldy like stamp. It's a nice sort of vintagey looking combination. Right, so I've cleared the edges slightly because I'm going to daub them, so it's not going to matter too much that I'm not completely on the edges. Right, there we go. So that's that stamping done. Then I have stamped the same stamp, but I've just inked up the flower, and I'm going to stick that over that so we have a blue flower, but that's for in a moment. Let's get our dauber out and do some daubing around the edges. I always like to make my cards look really sort of oldie worldy, and I do that with my dauber generally, and I'm not afraid to sort of daub too much. I don't mind if it goes in a bit too much. It all adds to the beauty of the card, I think. See, sort of like this, going into it like that, making it look a little bit older. I don't mind. This doesn't matter too much because it will be covered anyway. So that's that part. Then I'm going to put that there. Alright. I also have a bit of a ribbon here which I got with a present, I think. This is the only bit I've got of it. And I'm going to put that there before attaching it there. So I think that looks nice. So let's cut off a bit here. And I'm just going to get some double-sided tape, and I'm going to put that on the back of my card here and here. Take off the backing. Oh, why does it never do it? Okay, and then we just attach this like that over the flowers, because we're going to have blue flowers, and attach it there. Actually, this bit can come off. Okay, and then we are going to glue this up and attach it to the crumb cake base, and then we can attach that to the Marina Mist base. So that's where we're at the moment. So a bit more glue on here. Yep, it's the right way. Okay, so that's where we're at. And with a couple of dimensionals, I think I'll put the flower over the ribbon. And then we are ready to start making our stamps. There we go. So that's that. Now for the stamps, we are going to be using the punch. I've already punched out a couple of little stamps. So what I tend to do is I'll stamp them, but then I'll mount them as well. So we have, will that fit just about? Yeah. So we have mounted stamps. So they also have a frame around them. I've mounted them on this block here all together, and I'm going to first of all do them in crumb cake and then in Marina Mist. Ink them up. There we go. And I'm going to clean my stamp, dry them, and get my Marina Mist out. And let's put them in Marina Mist. There we go. And then we'll punch these out as well. I know they're not going to be the size that we need, but it's easier to just cut round them once they're punched out. Now I've got too many stamps here, obviously. That's just so that I can choose, and it was just easier to just mount them all in one block and just do it all in one go. So we'll put that to the side. Before we clean our stamp, I'm going to, here on the inside, I'm going to stamp. I'm going to do it differently. I'm just going to mount them like this. Right. Now I have to put them down on somewhere. It wasn't very clever of me. I should have cleaned them first, of course, but I didn't. So there you go. So there we are. Okay, I've pushed them down. And let's just ink them up again. And put that there, and that leaves you some space to write here. So that's ready to be put inside the card now as well. So now what we're going to do is just cut around these. The flower earlier, obviously, I did beforehand because you didn't want to see me cutting out a flower, but this doesn't take much time just to cut round the edges, and I only need to do 3, so we'll do 3 different ones, and the other ones can be put aside for another day. So just take some off here, and there, and there. There we go. So what do we need? Let's have a look at that. We need a blue one, and then this one. Okay. Then we need a crumb cake and that one. And now I need this one with the crumb cake one again. So the rest can be put to the side in a moment. Close my ink pad, and oh dear, somebody's dog's not very happy. Right, and we'll see whether we can put these together here, like this, and that one there, and this one here. Okay, so let's glue them together. I think there's some cats out there and the dog's not very happy. The neighbour's dog, that is. Right, okay. There, that's the first one. That's the second one. and the third one. Alrighty, and now all we need is some more glue. That's the middle one because it's the blue one. This I'll be able to reposition them a little bit more. Then this one offset like that, and then the other one offset again in the other direction. There we go. Okay, so that's our side done. Our side of tumbling stamps. And now what we need to do is make our birthday greeting. And I have already stamped this on a little bit of paper, and I intend to make it, that's too big, so I'm going to have to cut that down. These were just bits of paper that I found, and that's what I tend to do. I use you know, sort of any kind of leftover bits that you can then cut to size to make your sentiment, because it would be silly to start using a new piece of paper for that, so I just use remnants basically. Okay, and this is how I generally do it. I line it up with my lines on the ruler anywhere basically, and that makes it nice and straight. I can't manage to cut that by hand. That would make it all crooked, so I always go back to my my cutter here. Right, so and then I put it together with the bottom, the bottom one. I put that on there as well, because it's no point in measuring, because it's only a one-off, and that way you can see what it's going to be like. So there we go. So that's a better size for my card, I think anyway. But to make it look like really oldie worldy, I'm going to turn it into like an oldie picture, you know, with the corners out. This is my oval punch, and I found that this corner is perfect to do that. It's not a round corner that you need taken out, it's an oval corner. So this is what I want to do, look. Make it look like a ticket kind of thing. See? Now, I think I like it like this. I'm not going to round edge these edges, so I think this is nice. And let's put some glue on. Throwing it all about is not going to help me. Okay, so there we are. That's on there. And then we can put all that there. It's quite a busy card, I think. I'm not known to be making these kinds of busy cards, but I think it's a sort of, it works. Okay, and so all we need to do now is glue our insert, and it's ready. It's not although it is a busy card, it's not a difficult card to make, and it involves lots of stamping and punching and daubing, so I quite like to make this card actually, because it involves doing everything that I like doing. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you do, please do like it, and if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel so you can see whenever I post new videos. If you would like to purchase the materials that I used today, please go to opheliacrafts.stampingup.net, where you can buy all the materials that you need. I would be grateful for your business, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you better and giving you lots of tips and inspiration, ideas, so that you too can make beautiful cards. So I hope that you will be watching my next video, and see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.